hoping to have a similar kind of experience at this one, that coming into this next month, I would really feel like training and my competitions, my technique was all coming together, and I don't think I could feel more excited for this next month, just based on what I know. It was really cool to be able to throw 70 in the prelim and the final, and I can't wait to get home and get the score.
Do you feel like the series, I mean, all over 67, ending on your last throw with that big 70 throw, like, do you feel like that's an indication of like what's to come and what you can still kind of have to hope for moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. I think, truthfully, it was pretty hard the last two World Championships that, like, when the competition got hot, not being able to respond. So I think I gained a lot of confidence from this 6-round throw, the whole stadium clapping and being able to do it. So I think that's one of those tricks I'll now have in my back pocket, that if I find myself in a situation like that again, I can perform in a way that I really want to.
Valarie, you seem to be throwing with a lot of joy before and after every throw. Was that confidence, or were you just in a good state of mind today? I mean, just like we're having a great time out there.
It was a great time. I think it's been a bit of a journey. In 2021, it was so fun to be the underdog and climbing. That was such a fun feeling. And I think the last 2 years, I just felt pressure, and I'd lost like that excitement to go for it. And I feel like it's just back. You know, whatever the result is, I'm really grateful for just how my life has changed, to have more balance and consistency outside of track. That I feel like it's showing itself now when I walk into the ring. And I mean, it's just, I think it's helping me get to that next level that I've always hoped was there.
What's the balance you found? Can you elaborate on that at all? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is like being in a really great relationship. Part of it is just more balance, more experience, having hobbies, things that like I think you lose when you become a professional athlete. You think you have to be all in all the time, and an unbalanced life is how you succeed, and that is true. You do need that, but having friends and consistency in that other parts is something that like you can lose, and it ends up affecting you over time. So
Maggie could have challenged you if she'd made the final. She three fouls, 2 separate fouls way out, but they were very long. Her mother told me on Monday that she was thinking of quitting, even though she has a bye to Tokyo Girls. What are your words of encouragement for Maggie? What should she be thinking about as far as getting back in the game?
Yeah, I hope that she finds what makes her happy, and if that's throwing, that she has a long career in that. And if it's not, then I hope she finds joy in whatever else is next for her. Cooking, having a dog, friends again, you know, I mean, just kind of like basic stuff that I think like it's just something to look forward to. Partying, sports, it's kind of like normal human stuff, you know, but it just feels really nice.
Harder to get that.
It's definitely tricky when like looking at the competition, there's only one place that you feel good about, like that's like a tough mindset. But 3 years ago was a long time, you know. I mean, when you talk about like the Canadian title, it's hard to think that like so much was different in my mindset, and I feel like I'm like on a new journey pursuing a new goal. And I really want to win. Like I feel like I'm excited, and I'm very like all into doing it, and whatever outcome that like yields is
Val, the last time you were at the Olympics, it was obviously a pretty different experience, and it seems, I know every time you're at Hayward Field, your victory lap, I mean, you're talking to every single person, and every single person is high-fiving you, everyone gets the signature. Like, what do you think, how different do you think it's going to feel? It seems like you're someone who really enjoys, like, being around a crowd, and you didn't really have that opportunity in Tokyo. Do you think it's going to feel pretty different in Paris?
I do. I think in a lot of ways this is actually feels like the first Olympics I'm going to, which I can't wait. Like, the biggest part that was so hard in Tokyo was just obviously my family not being able to be there, and the Allman crew is going to be there in strong force, and nothing like sets my heart on fire knowing that my like 18-month-old nephew is going to be cheering there. So like I can't wait for that full experience. And I mean, I think the truth is like right now field events we're kind of on the chopping block, and being at a meet where fans are into it, like all I want to do is celebrate that and show that like we can put great performances out, people are into it, and there's a lot of potential and excitement there.
You already had like the win locked up before your last throw. It seemed like you were really interested to see how far that one went though. What was kind of going through your mind, and why did it mean so much to you to see how far that last throw went?
Yeah, I really felt like I had the potential to be in PB shape today, which would have been just really special. I know know that like how Zeb is running training and we're approaching life, that I have the potential to be the best I've ever been, and to actually do that, right, to like see that mark pop up, it's definitely like propelling my energy right now, and I'm really excited to keep working hard and trying to accomplish big things.
You spoke about, you mentioned the field event is kind of like in a tough place right now. I guess I am curious about your thoughts around MJ's, Grand Slam track league and the space of field events and track and field right now.
Yeah, I think any money going into track and field, one, is great, even if it's just track right now, that's where it has to start. I think it was pretty surprising that some of the more maintainable field events weren't in there, like long jump, pole vault, high jump events that have already been street type comps. But I think that it can really grow. It's just people need to keep being vocal that they want to compete more often. This is a new format, and I think if athletes are passionate about it, eventually the top athletes across any event will want to be seen, right? And if they're into it, hopefully that leads to more opportunity.
You became an Olympic champ by locking in, focus, and pushing yourself. Is there a risk that not doing that might have an adverse effect, or is the beauty not worrying about that potential risk?
I feel locked in. Yeah, I don't think I'm not locked in. I think I just have like a much healthier perspective and am operating out of like optimism and exciting and passion rather than like I need to do this at this time.
Well, are you able to do that because it doesn't take away anything?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like was in my plant of life, it feels like everything's growing rather than just like the track and field part, which feels really nice.
Did winning gold medal place you down for a little while, like on a less balanced path? Did like sort of having to live up to a gold medal around your neck make it harder to find that balance in a way?
Yeah, yes, 1,000,000%.
Yeah,
yes. It was really one of the most like life transformative things to figure out, like how do I view myself now the season after being Olympic champion when I really hadn't won anything before that, of how do I carry myself, what is my goal for every single meet of the season, what happens if I don't win, like it becomes hard to have reasonable thoughts with yourself and figure out like what are the metrics that you feel good about